Welcome to Elton's retirement journey. Thanks for stopping by. And I just wanted to thank everybody who's been viewing the channel. For those of you who are new stopping by, this is my journey to retirement. I am 62 years old. I'm still working, and I'm looking forward to next hitting the age of 65, where I will be in the safe zone as far as healthcare, as well as closing in on 67, which I'll reach my full retirement age. At the full retirement age, I will plan on how I want to bridge my income until I turn 70. In my family, we have pretty good genes on my father's side. As you can see, for 62, I look pretty young, and I'm pretty healthy. I feel good, and that's what I want to do. And I'm just talking about my journey here. And one of the things I want to talk about, and what a lot of folks have been mentioning, is what are you planning on doing in your retirement? Well, that's what I want to go into. I love to travel. Um, I work multiple jobs, and it's not uncommon for me to work 6 or 7 straight days. I do sports and entertainment as a usher, and I enjoy that. It allows me to go to all the major events. I've been to some really big sporting events that normally I would not be able to get tickets to even get into. So I like that. The future looks pretty good. We're building a second stadium in North Fulton County. I'm in Atlanta right now, outside in the suburbs. That means that I will have more opportunity to work in the evenings and weekends, which I plan to continue to do. Long as I'm around here in the area, I will work these part-time jobs in my retirement. And they're generating easily a couple $1,000s extra. Each event I work, I make about 80 bucks. So I'm going to work on an event today, which is Sunday, and this is August 4th. But what I want to share with you is something that I've been doing for the last 12 years or so, and that's treat myself to a luxury vacation. I work all year, and I like to take one vacation each year, and I like to do it in the winter when in these foreign countries that have deserts and things like that, where it's not so hot, because it really gets hot even when you're traveling to Asia and Egypt and places like that, even in March or April. So that's what I want to cover. So I am planning to take a major trip to Latin America. And Latin America is a great place to travel. I'll get to go to Brazil, Argentina, and then Santiago and Easter Island. I love ancient aliens, and that stuff fascinates me. And actually, I've been to a number of events. Well, the sites, Angkor Wat, Chichen Itza, and we're going to add Easter Island in there. So I'm going to hop into that, and we're going to be looking at Gate One travel. And I'll be back with you shortly, and we'll look at it together. Okay, everybody. So here it is. This is the Gate One Travel website here. Um, this will be my third vacation, and we're going to take a look at this exciting vacation. I'm so excited about this. I actually booked this last night with a $300 non-refundable deposit now. $300 non-refundable. So we're just going to scroll through here a little bit. These are the tours that they have here, and this is where we're going on a vacation right here. This one right here. 17-day classic Brazil, Argentina, and Chile with Easter Island. This price is really, really good, coming in at $87.39 with airfare, air and land. Typically, what I do is I just go for the land only. I like to try and book my flights myself out of Atlanta. Sometimes we have nonstop flights that will get you to these places. Delta does fly down to Rio, but they're asking nearly $900 down, and getting back from Santiago is quite expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my options to fly out of Atlanta. So I'm a member. I have a Frontier Savers Club, as well as I'm with Frontier Airlines. It doesn't cost that much to check a bag, but I would check my bag, fly into Miami, book my other flight from Miami into Rio, and I would save a combined $500 to $600. That's what I'm looking for. But we're going to take a look at the flights a little bit later on, or I'll do that on my own. But let's just go ahead and look at some of my reservations here because I want to explain why and how I use Gate One to travel the place. So let's take a look at the vacations that I've already been on. We went on an 8-day classic Dubai in Albany, Dalby, and that departure date was the 5th. So we take a look at that. What you want to do is you want to register with them and get their emails, okay? Because here we should see the Google retargeting saved the $300. So what you do is you register, and these folks, I do believe Google will send you something as you're searching, and I saved $300 there. Okay. The other thing is when you pay for your vacations, you put that $300 down. They've got a credit card fee, and then they have fees, a discount for when you pay with cash. So let me rephrase that. You got the credit card charge, and then if you pay for cash, which means you're going to wire the money to them or pay with some kind of check or something, then you can save 5%. This is another tour I went. This is Costa Rica. So I squeezed 2 tours out within the first 4 months of this year. And here, the Google retarget, here's another $300 discount I got right there. I got a $25 for doing a survey from the Dubai trip. The Dubai trip was my first missed flight. They had a really heavy torrential rain, or however you pronounce that, uh, and it caused the flights not to come in. I just couldn't get out of there, and I wound up staying overnight in Albany downtown. It was a good thing I had an extra day because I would have been that whole business of rushing back to work. I see why some people want to retire, but I'm not quite there yet. This trip came in at 1224. I used some proceeds from the stock market to cover that. And this is the big one here. I just booked this last night, but I want to share with you. Once you sign up with Gate One and you start getting their emails, they offered a flash sale. That's $1,000 off. I had been waiting on that. $1,000 off. They send you these codes, and when you book it, way down at the bottom, you put in that promotional code, and if you qualifies, if the code's any good, it'll give you a discount. And then I put the $300. Now take a close look at this. Let me see if I can blow that up for you. Okay, I want you to see this. These discounts are real. That's the cost of the trip, $85.24. The $300 non-refundable. I will never get that money back. That's got me reserved. I got 82.24, and this is what I'm gonna do: pay for cash. I pay for that with cash. I would send in on the Dubai trip. I kept sending in cash payments, because it was like about. We'll go back and look at the cost on that here in a second. What I did was I made payments on that trip as if it was a car note, and I got that thing paid off with the proceeds from working these sporting events and some of the other things that I do to earn additional income, I won't repeat it. I'll let you go back and watch some of my videos, but I do tell you exactly how I make a significant amount of extra money to help me pay for these trips. But you can go back and watch the previous 2 videos, and I will tell you how to do that. And that'll help me with my numbers. Sorry to do it that way, but you know how it is. Here are the payments that I made on that trip to Dubai. So I was sending the cash payments here, and there are the discounts that I saved. Um, so this is how you could pay for your trip. get that trip paid up because you want to have all your cash ready to go. So I'm going to hop back in. We'll go back to the reservation. I just want to scan over it for you because this is for single people. I got the last seat on this trip, so I will not be alone. So we got our discount. You got a whole day to travel to get there. You're starting your travels the day before, and your accommodations are the day you get there. So I'm actually starting my travel on a Saturday. I'll get to Rio on a Sunday. And I've got the transfers from the airport. They're talking about that right here. It's relatively expensive, but you're traveling to a foreign country. They're going to meet you. They're going to take you right to your hotel, and then you'll have your experience. They may even be there when you come in the lobby, or they'll come and call your hotel room. Hey, I'm in the lobby. If you got a minute, can you come on down? I just want to brief you. And then they have these briefing meetings that explain every day, which is really, really great. Now, Gate One Travel is going to include all your breakfasts. Um, so you don't have to worry about that. And they include a lot of meals. I found that I save a lot of money when I go with Gate One Travel because I'm not spending so much. Now, I'm going to be flying in between these cities, and I've added a couple tours. Here's a half day tour. I'm going to some winery. I'll learn. In Costa Rica, I went to a coffee plantation, and they covered the whole process of planting the plants and harvesting the coffee beans. And that's a lot of work, man, and it's hot down there. I would not want to be doing that. And I was like, good lord. But anyway, this is Gate One Travel, and as you can see, next year I will be going. Now I want to talk to you about the financing on this. Before we were sent home, March 2020, I had paid for a trip to Egypt, and that trip couldn't go. Egypt closed down. So I had to fight with G Adventures to get my money back. So I booked it on a credit card, which allows me to dispute it. And I got the money back, and I got the airline. I was going to fly Turkish Airlines, which I probably would never do. They only have so many flights. They miss a flight with mechanical problems, you're screwed. But anyway, I got the money back for that. That was $8.95. So I had 3 grand. I put it in a Delta Credit Union account at 0.25. I got a CD for. I didn't want to spend the money, and then after it matured, I got another CD for 0.75. I must total made off of 3 grand, like something like $54 at best. But I kept that money because I wanted to go to Easter Island in 2021. And in 2021, there was a resurgence of COVID, and that trip just went out the window. So I kept the money, and then I finally put it in a CD that had more interest in it, and that was over at VO Bank. So I had the 3 grand. Then I had some additional income awarded to me in February, so I added that to it. So that's up to 5 grand, and I scraped together some money because I had a assessment, the mortgage had refunded some money, so I put that together. So now I am actually up to this $8,500 right here. I got that. The CD matures in August. I'll move it to the money market with the other 2 grand. I'm going to add an extra grand. But what I'm going to do is, this isn't due for a while. I got to December 15th. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep this in the money market at 5.25%. And what's going to happen is it's going to generate enough interest income to cover the travel insurance, which I'm forecasting to be about 200 to 350, somewhere around there, maybe lower. And that's at my insuremytrip.com, I think is what it's called, or myinsurance.com, one of those. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold off. In a few days before this is due, I'm going to wire the money from the VO Bank, this total amount. I'm going to get that discount, and then I'm going to let the interest pay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is, if you go back and watch my video, what I do to earn extra money, I'm going to use that method to cover the airfare. I'm going to get the airfare knocked out. Got to lock in that cheap airfare. And then after that, it's just the spending money. When I get the spending money together, I'm going to go to this site here and I'm going to order my money. Just sign in here. I can't even pronounce that. Luzana FX, I think is what it is. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do a get currency. And they'll ship the money straight to me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through a sample here and we're going to get some money for Brazil. I like to have my money when I get there because you're coming out, people will be like, well, I don't have change. And they'll jip you. All right, got it. And these are the lots of money that you can get. I'm going to go with this one right here. So I'll add that to the cart and they'll ship this money to you. I've used it before for Costa Rica. It worked out really well. And that Costa Rica money, I had $1,000. And what I do is I'll order the money and then I'll have cash. So I'm looking at $2,000. So I'll get this here. Argentina, I'll probably do 400. Chile, I'll do another amount. Anyway, it'll all add up. So they're telling you it's out of stock. So I'd have to order this well in advance. If I come in here and look at this is out of stock, whoo, doggy, I need to get that money together right in December and get this ordered. That trip is in March, so it gives them 60 days to get this money. I'm just going to add that to the cart. So it's telling you can't do it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how you can plan for your trip and what you can do and enjoy yourselves. There's no sense, you know, the whole business is planning for retirement, doing the things you want to do while you're healthy and having a balanced approach so that when you go into retirement, you could take more and more of these trips. See, I want to go to Antarctica. Antarctica, that's going to be very expensive. This flash sale that I got $1,000 off. But if that trip was over $10,000, you would have got 2,000. They have different tiers. So that's why I wanted to bring this up for you guys so that you can travel. I'm hoping that some of the YouTubers, we can all meet up on one of these tours and just go out and enjoy ourselves. So this is Elton's retirement journey. This is what I'm doing for myself for 2025 and thereafter. If we go back, you can see that by the time I take this trip, I would have taken 3 trips within a 12-month period. And they're all paid for, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And this is what I'm going to be doing in retirement. See you around the world. Thanks for watching. If you like this, go ahead and subscribe. I got plenty of more stuff coming out for you, okay? Enjoy yourselves.